Welcome back to another edition of a wild year in the NBA. And 2016 was quite the wild year. So, as I previously stated in the previous video, the Grizzlies was balling. Pardon me, the Bronx Grizzlies. The Boogie Down Bronx. Oh man, they were setting attendance records. These guys, just gross revenue. Man, everybody was making money. You know, but when a team get this good and they sustain greatness, some people gonna suffer in their little markets. Nevertheless, the Bronx Grizzlies was just an amazing team, unforgettable team. That's why I'm telling the story. I already told you about Chester Hooper. This guy had so many accomplishments, awards, accreditations, whatever you want to call it. Just giving guys the business night in, night out. Kevin Durant was a Hall of Fame inducted in 2025 within the games of those years, within that year. And he had finished with 1,290 games played, averaged 25 points. You know, this was a lot of things going down. Kyrie, I believe, finished up with the Suns. He was balling. This is before the All-Star games had teams. This is when it was still East and West, and it wasn't drafting the players they wanted to the team. These are nightly scores they had, 139 to 88. They pushed the pace before it became a push-the-pace league. Even in the year of 2016, and when they made this game, the pace that Nat Turner, the GM, played with, look, 154-81. That's unheard of in 2016. Mind you, this is in the year 2027 of those years from 2016, but still, I guess that's the way the game will be, though, actually, so that's on par. Just played with a fast-paced offense, 7 seconds or less offense. Primarily used, I think the primary ball handler was a small forward. So you could say the point forward like LeBron a little bit. But the thing is, everybody passed it. Neutral offense was the mindset back then. Oh, my baby about to start crying. Let me try to get a little faster in this video. Travis Sharp was an amazing player. One of the many players that came through Memphis. Won MVPs, Finals MVP. They go Freak at the time had Dwayne Wade as his assistant GM. Together they made magic. Dwayne Wade did excellent business, by the way. Great trades, great contracts. He's the reason they started. Look, most valuable player. All 5 members of the team starting lineup. You had Travis Shaw averaging 24.4. Chester Hooper 20.2. He was a small forward. Trevor Ariza Jr. He was a small forward. So 3 small forwards in the starting lineup. James Strong was a shooting guard. Rudolph Reed was a power forward. So it was no true center, but that power forward was athletic enough to spread the floor and strong enough to muscle in the paint for rebounds. James Strong was a tall shooting guard. I needed a tall shooting guard to body up and muscle his way in the paint with guys that he couldn't be faster than. And so, anyway, Travis Sharp, most valuable player, 6th man of the year, teammate Trevor Ariza, defensive player of the year, Dante Sims for the Mavs, and Harry Holcomb was a great player in his time, most improved player. Vince Carter was the coach of the year. Sorry for the bad graphics. Let me look through the phone and tell a story. Let me get better. So look at these amazing plays these guys was making. Crazy dunks. The team lined up with the Knicks. Knicks had a squad. They had a point guard who was rated at 87, a 95 rated shooting guard, 99 rated small forward, 95 rated power forward, 88 rated center, 89 rated point guard, backup point guard better than the starting point guard. It was insane, but we ain't see nobody. We crushed everybody. It got to the point, like I said, I was drafting guys, and mind you, Once I got one guy that was a one-of-a-kind guy, well, I ain't gonna say Nat Turner. Nat Turner was drafting guys. Once he got a guy that was one of a kind, his influence rolled off on everybody, and he started turning players into all-stars who was being drafted in the second round. And look, Edmund Armstrong finished with 9 NBA championships. Anthony Davis finished with 14 all-star appearances, 5 NBA first-team All-NBA, 2 second-team All-NBA, 2 third-team All-NBA, 7 Defensive Player of the Year, 8 first-team All-Defense, 2 second-team All-Defense, 1 first-team All-Rookie. Man, AD retired in 2031 with 1,216 games played, 21 points a game, and 10 rebounds. At some point, this was the Grizzlies staff. They had a CFO, Jacob West, who was great at business, a great promoter, great at marketing. His game day expense was real low, so that was real nice for profit at the end. Like I said, Dwayne Wade, GM as an assistant GM, his trade ability and negotiating was spectacular. Vince Carter was a hell of a head coach. On all the 2Ks, Vince Carter is a hell of a head coach. God bless his soul. Kobe Bryant was a hell of an assistant coach to Vince that year. Had a head scout, can't think of his name. He was real good. And the trainer was amazing. And like I said, everybody became one of a kind at some point. Like, my team was just like a form team for better NBA players. Like, it just made them better, and they went off and got big contracts, and I couldn't afford them. And the big market teams who had like big markets like New York, they were just overpaying these guys. So what consequently happened was the players that was playing for the Grizzlies, look at these athletic plays, by the way, took the ball out of his hand after he hadn't unblocked it on the alley hoop. Just crazy alleys. Teamwork was always demonstrated through Nat Turner teams. It wasn't uncommon to see 3 or 4 players. Oh, look at this team. Everybody has at least like 7 players with 5 assists. That was typical. That was very typical. Spencer Dinwiddie balled out on one game. I had to show it. 34 points, 100% field goal percentage. That was just an amazing game. And it was actually, yeah. So this is back to the GM mode, I believe. Oh, Ted Wingate, listen, this motherfucker was the truth before the truth. Like, this bitch was like, man, he was so smooth. His shooting was so smooth. It was like a cross between Kevin Durant and who else got a smooth shot? Carmelo. He shot like a cross between them. Had athleticism like LeBron, but he was deep like Stephen Curry with the 3, or your boy Dame Dollar, and fast as fuck, fast like Dennis Schroeder, John Wall. Just, you couldn't do nothing with him. These boys was balling. Your boy Tobias Harris was there. And I don't know what happens, but in real life, Tobias Harris is really great. I just think he ended up in just crazy situations. But Ted Wingate was giving you like 34 and 11 and 8. Lance Stephenson was the point guard, who was a hell of a point guard. He should be in the NBA he should have been in the NBA for the last however many years he been out. He deserved a spot. He got antics, but that man got handled like a motherfucker, and he can't D your ass up. He should always been in the league. I had your boy Caboclo, whatever, the Brazilian kid. He was doing this thing. I had Karl Anthony Towns. He was decent at the time, but he thrived with Kenneth Faried. I was just a gritty ass squad with one really good player. I had Randy Fogle, but he didn't get in. Marco Bellinelli and Spencer Dinwiddie didn't really get no playing minutes. But when I did, I played Spencer Dinwiddie because he made for a great point guard, a big point guard with size. Paul Pierce retired 2017. Ted Wingate was just winning MVPs out the wazoo. Like I said, this guy was amazing. I was the GM. Nat Turner Kobe Bryant retired 18, and Dirk retired that same year. Mind you, I'm going backwards. So later, Kobe joined the staff with us. Lance made the third team All-NBA, along with Dame Dollar, Kawhi, Anthony Davis, and Floyd Riley. Yeah, he was, like I said, he was balling. He was first team All-Defense. Lance Stephenson, that guy, yeah. That's why all the 2Ks, they have a Lance Stephenson, I think, hesitation, a Lance Stephenson pull-up, a Lance Stephenson post-spin. Because the man, he got skills. It's one thing to be great at what you do, but it's another thing to have a skill set. And this Lance, again, he was just doing his thing. He was a hell of a point guard and a facilitator to this great guy, Ted Wingate, who was just like I said, before his time. Tim Duncan was the coach. Him and Tobias Harris kept winning championships. Tobias was a monster on the inside. Before Ted Wingate got there, was Corey Flanders and R. Lynch, G. Sutton. Hell, 4 players from the same team was in the top 8 in scoring in the league. So that's a team that's sharing a rock, playing at a fast pace, playing at the most important stat, or the most telling stat an NBA player can have is a plus minus and a PER. Your PER, your player efficiency rating, and I know people say, oh, that's just analytics and shit. But reality, like, if you didn't see the game tape and you showed me a person plus minus and his PER, I'm going to tell you how good he did. Because plus minus basically says, how much did I dominate my opponent? Fuck what happened in the game. Did I keep my man from scoring and score more baskets than my man? That's your plus minus, basically. Your PER is how efficient was I when I had this rock in my hand. The other players score, that's kind of goes under with points responsible for. But anyway, Ted Wingate, hell of a PER player. Roy Lynch was a hell of a shooter. White boy was a shooter like Kyle Korver. Like I said, you will see just all MVPs from this guy. Championships over and over. These ain't the same pictures. This is just them winning year in, year out. Dominating the entire league. Just dominating. Look, Ted Wingate from 2017 to 2027 was the most valuable player, not the finals MVP, just the most valuable player, 10 years straight. Domination at its finest. And like I said, everybody else around him was late first rounders. That's how he got paid so much money. He got everybody else paid because they was able to be on a second contract. You know, when you come in as a late first rounder, your second contract ain't gonna be that big either. It's gonna be reasonable, but it ain't gonna be like, you get incentives for being first team All-NBA and second team All-NBA, and there's only so many touches everybody can get. So players had patience, and by them second contracts, they didn't get paid in the second contract, but you best believe their third contract was breaking the bank. They bankrupt teams because everybody stayed for at least 6 years and was just getting championships and getting better. And this before 2K even implemented the mentorship program and shit like that. So it was just like good times. And that Minnesota team, Jesse Justice was a baller. Guys just was getting funked on, man. Like all type of crazy dunks. Just look at it. Leaping over guys. I'm talking about fast break points, outscoring the opponent in fast break points like by 50 a game. Nah, I say by about 30. Like even it was games where, and look, Victor Oladipo, you see that guy again. As a GM, Nat Turner often got Victor Oladipo because he's a glue guy. He's the guy that's not gonna cost you that much money. But he got a skill set. He can dribble like a motherfucker. He ain't gonna dazzle you like the best of the best, but you ain't gonna rob him. He ain't gonna get you 10 assists a game, but he ain't gonna really make no fuck up plays like that. Archie Goodwin was another one. I don't know what he had in real life, but Archie Goodwin, I think, had potential. I just think I wish he could have stayed at Kentucky a little longer. But Archie Goodwin was a baller, you know. I don't know, like, why it didn't work out with Archie Goodwin. And then, what you making that horn for? Oh, then you had Rico Lopez, fancy swagged up guy, talking about with just ball. You had Brum in there. This before Brum even joined in real life, so Brum already had Laker ambitions, and Archie Goodwin would just excel up under LeBron. D'Angelo Russell was with LeBron. Imagine if that had happened. There was a guy named Louis Montero, tall shooting guard. He came. But when LeBron got there with Victor Oladipo and Rico Lopez, they was like a big three. And D'Angelo Russell, you couldn't stop him. Mind you, D'Angelo Russell was on his rookie contract, so he ain't cost that much. So I was able to afford all three of them, all four of them. That's how I pretty Nat Turner. As Nat Turner, let me tell you what a GM does. Should say that for another video, what a GM does. But I'm gonna give you the blueprint early on. A GM role is to bring you in the system, right? And you're the guy. Let's say, okay, I'm a GM. I draft you, wherever in the draft. I'm gonna have a role for you if I got you in the first round. I'm gonna have a role for you. I ain't bring you in to be the man. You got a role. I already got the man here. Maybe the man is on his way out, or maybe I'm gonna use you if your development is good. I'm gonna use you as leverage for a better contract with the new guy and be like, hey, look, we helping the team out. Look at this shit. Tell me this guy wasn't a baller. He bears my name, by the way. 14 points, 35 assists. He was the greatest fucking point guard. This is the GM I'm talking about. This is his playing days. 35 assists. He was ridiculous. And the break, Scott Skiles, who was amazing. NBA Showtime back in the days was that shit. NBA Jams was the shit. Fucking that team supposed to win a championship. Damn Nick Anderson if he would have hit them free throws. Fucking yeah, fucking that team was amazing. That Orlando Magic team. Scott Skiles was an amazing coach. Hell, he could probably still be a coach. Anyway, fucking to break that 28 assist record, that was amazing. This guy was the ultimate definition of a point guard. His hesitation was second to none. That's how he did. He'll hop step one time, get in the paint. Once he get in the paint, he never moved that pivot. He just spin left and right, and he wait for a perfect example. Look at this shit. Oh no, that's on defense. Bad example. He got dunked on, but he gave effort. He didn't care if he got dunked on. He was 5'7". He ain't had nothing to prove. Look, defensive player of the year at 5'7". Why? Because he averaged like 8 steals, 6 blocks a game at 5'7". Because he had great anticipation of the ball. I think that's like the only skill I have in real life is great anticipation of the ball because I'm short. So everything is kind of moving real slow to me with a taller person for me to rod their ass. And I used to have to jump up on people fast because I know you was going to get the shot off me, over me regardless. So the only way for a short person to block anything is to jump fast. Now, what was my stats? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Because I didn't play basketball. I played, look at this. 15, 11, and 13, and 9. That's what he was fucking. That's crazy. That's a crazy stat line. It's almost quadruple double, which was accomplished later on. But with this Spurs team, man, and mind you, what made him such a great, unselfish player and a great GM, that's probably why he targeted players the way he played in his career. Look, 24, 17, 18. This was normal stuff for him. averaging 20 points a game, 12 rebounds, and 23 assists. Just not, and 10.7 blocks. That's a quadruple double average. It's just light side. I'm talking about in the old 2K, they used to let you shoot from half court. They done kind of tighten up on that. But this guy would step across half court and give you the business. Give you 14 threes in the game like it wasn't nothing. Mind you, Kawhi, let me tell you something. Kawhi and LaMarcus Aldridge, what that could have been. That's the story of what could have been these two guys. These motherfuckers in real life had the Spurs down. They was kicking their ass. I'm not the Spurs, the Warriors down. Fucking LaMarcus Aldridge played off of Kawhi energy, his quiet, reserved energy and defense. Man, and that Tony Parker was just a fucking wizard. Like, so it was an honor for Nat Turner to get them guys a ring because they was amazing. They already deserved one. Even had Jabari in the background, Nene. And that other guy to the left, he was a rookie. See, the thing about career mode, once you draft the rookie never develops. If you the GM of that career mode, they never develop, so you have a hard time. Anyway, more of his highlights. A monster, like, can't give him enough praise and credit. Look, 51 points, 21 rebounds, 21 assists. Just giving you crazy stats. 38 points, 18 assists, 15 rebounds. MVP year after year. Greg Pop was a hell of a motivator and coach. The fuck was that? They got the man draw showing. Why they doing like that? That's just weird. Anyway. 28 points, 27 assists, 19 rebounds. Can't tell me that wasn't amazing. Slam dunk champion. That's Big Freak right there. That's his big cousin. That's Chris Griffin. That's Big Freak. Then you got Nat Turner. And then, like I said, Lance stayed with the team. Whenever Lance came around, whether it was in career mode or GM mode, it was always a plus side because you was going to get a guy that could shoot the three, that could penetrate, that could kick you the ball with some crazy-ass pass, let you score easy. 51 points, 20 assists, 17 rebounds. This is generally what he did. He led a team that had nobody else but him. Look, 934 from the fan base. 36, 23, 19. This was like consistent stuff. It set the blueprint to what would later happen. What else? Constantly him accepting awards, dunking on guys. Look at this. Thought you were finna get right. Look at this. Get funked on, boy. It's giving guys the business. Blocking everything in sight. Matter of fact, the greatest defensive player that I ever played with on the 2K, you couldn't get nothing by him. Like, I think one time they even held the team to like 6 points in a quarter. Like, he was a break starter. He'll block your shit and then he'll start the break. Hell, if you couldn't get the ball in the basket on the break, by the time he get down the court, all you got to do just hang out him by the baseline, toss him an alley, he'll finish off the break. Because he was a alley hoop finisher too, Lob City finisher. This was good, and I never discriminated against playing against the Lakers. Like, I love the Lakers in real life, but on a video game, I have a habit of giving the Lakers business. I haven't truthfully enjoyed playing with the Lakers since, I'm going to be honest about it, I ain't enjoyed playing with the Lakers since NBA Courtside 1996 with Kobe. And then I liked the NBA Live 2000, NBA Live 99. NBA Live 99 or 97 was probably the best NBA Live ever, the best NBA game ever made me fall in love with this shit, obsessively with this shit. Just balling. Look, 4 million votes. Everybody else got 1.7. Kevin Durant got 1.7. Blake 1.5. Kawhi 1.4. Anthony Davis 1.3. Cat had 1.3. DeMarcus 1.1. Lambros was just a game created guy. He had 1 point something. He used to get voted in pretty much every event. Slam dunk, 3-point, all-star game. Shit, one year I think he got all 4 of them. Rising Stars too. Went to the Noya. Put New Orleans on the map. Was averaging 68%. Along with Anthony Davis averaging 59%. Mind you, thrive with big guys. Had Kenneth Reed at the power forward while AD played the 5, which is still probably be formidable. I don't know how Kenneth Reed holding up. This is 5 years ago, but still. Just giving guys pressure. Smoke. Hanging on around, acting the ass. Always dunking on guys, breaking their heart, confidence. I think this was Freak rookie year. I don't know. Maybe not. Guys are just giving guys business. Look at those stat lines. Y'all can see it. Eric Gordon, who is a hell of a player. Nice band-aid whenever your team need a fixture. Jahlil Okafor was putting up points. Shit. You see Kyrie and James was doing their thing. KD was doing his thing. Let's see. It's always a duel on these 2Ks. D-O-Y-L-E. That be balling. Somebody love that name on 2K. Marcus Smart won the ring with me. He was locking shit down. Hell of a point guard. Especially when you want to play the 2 guard, you can play off Marcus Smart. I'd rather Marcus Smart play the 1 guard and not ever play the 2 guard. That way he could take lesser shots and just lock down the ball handler. That's all you need, somebody that can stop the ball handler. Force bad passes. Passes into lanes. I be liking lane jumpers. Sometimes I play risky. I like to jump the lanes. If I miss, you got a free shot at the basket, even though I'm going to double back and have a 4 or 5 back there waiting on you. But still, I jump that lane, and you're going to have to either pull up and hit you a little 10-footer or 15-footer or something. Because I'm going to have a guy jump to that paint before you get in that paint. And I'm trying to jump the lanes when they swing it around. He was balling in New Orleans. Championships. Jahlil Okafor was giving people 31-14. He was just doing his thing. Tyree Evans, another hell of a player. Especially on that year in 2K16. He had hella fucking defense. Hell, when they was with the Kings, and you had your boy, he looked just like my little brother Ben McLemore. That was a formidable fucking your boy who played for the Bucks right now. Chris Middleton when they was with the Kings. Chris Middleton, Ben McLemore, Tyree Evans, DeMarcus Cousins. Man, that was a hell of a fucking squad. They might not have won a lot of games, but I'm talking about from a skill set level, what they could do together. Let's see. Just rings, man. Fucking by that time in 2023, LeBron retired in 23, went to the Hall of Fame. Chris Paul retired 22, went to the Hall of Fame. Chris Bosh in 22. I love the fact that 2K kept Chris Bosh around for so many games, so many years later. But it's 16, so he would have been playing. Total points scored at the time for the most points and records and shit like that in the game was bearing my name, 78 points. Another one, 34 field goals made in the game, 32 rebounds in the game at 5'7". blocks, 12 in the game. Drew Holiday had steals in the game at 10. Tyree Evans had turnovers. Ryan Anderson had the minutes. What did I say? Peja Stojakovic had 10. Damn, Peja Stojakovic still had the 3-point record, so Curry hadn't broken on this 16 yet. By that time, I would have showed it. I never knew Peja Stojakovic had a record like that. Just balling, man. Let's get through it. Let's get through it. Let's push. And it's the movie, man. It ain't as quality as it would have been because I ain't got the patience to narrate and edit and tell you the stories in between. But you just see you can see it. It was the same old year in, year out guys. Dame Lillard was doing his thing. Eric Bledsoe was giving pressure. Fucking these years, these are the years with Freak and AD. And I think they even had Eric Gordon. So you put Eric Gordon along with Anthony Davis when he was in New Orleans. And this guy Nat who could shoot the lights out. I'm talking about absolutely shooting lights out. And he was batting shit, doing his little dance on people and shit. And oh yeah, how he got his blocks. You might say, how does a 5'7" guy get so many blocks? Like I said, it was the 3-2 zone at the time, because by the time you go jump in the paint, he running off of the perimeter. And he gonna block your shit with his help defense. His help defense was impeccable. Only other chance you got is, like I said, he owned the Foot Locker. He owned a couple Foot Lockers. Batting people shit out the backboard, a la LeBron. Him and AD was just holding New Orleans down. Championship after championship. He was getting $31 million. So this is the great thing about his career. In his career, he often was the best player on his team, but he never made the most money. Look, this is what he was giving you through his career. 42 points, 16 assists, 21 rebounds. Look, with Oscar Robertson, he gave you 36 points, 21 rebounds, 14 assists a game. Russell Westbrook type shit, right? And he doing that in real life, which is phenomenal. Of course, it is a different game now than it was even in this year, because shit was slowed down in this one. You know, a lot of back to the basket play, a lot of pick and roll versus just freestyle, get to the basket mentality, or shoot within 7 seconds. So it was a slower pace of a game at the time. He balled at the Heat. Oh man, when he played for the Heat, because he's from Broward County, so he was right over Dade County. So when he played for the Heat, he was a monster. I think the Heat paid him the most money he had ever been paid, because he killed the Heat when he wasn't with them. Look at this. 126 points, 2 assists, 16 rebounds. That was a game he just wanted to be greedy. That was a game he just... Now you might be saying, what level is he playing? Bitch, come on, bitch. I play at all fucking NBA all the time. Hall of Fame, whatever they call that shit. Whichever the highest level. I'm thinking of all Madden. That's why I say all NBA. Fucking Hall of Fame all the fucking time. I figure out the algorithm of that shit. Like I said, sometimes you can get your ass kicked. You get your ass kicked because you ain't matched up with the algorithm, and that team got your number. It's like simulating the game, then jumping in while they 15 points behind with 7 minutes left in the game. Bitch, that algorithm is set for you to lose. So whatever you do, you gonna have to do the greatest shit you ever did, because that algorithm already set for you to lose. And this makes the game much, much harder. Make you think more, especially playing from behind. Make you not do stupid shit. Take threes with shots with a defender in your face, make you pass the ball for an extra look, make you do a kick out when you getting double teamed in the post when you really just want to try to draw the foul, make you play more apprehensive. What else? Porzingis was balling. Kevin Garnett Jr. was a monster. 13, 14. Come on, 3, 3, and 1. Then to give you 40. Yeah, man, he was a monster. Look at his award history. 11 times at this point, 12 years into his career at 7'3", 340. He was 7'3", 340. You ain't stopping that shit in no paint. This man had 11 MVPs, 8 NBA championships, 11 All-Star appearances, 11 first-team All-NBA, 11 Defensive Player of the Year, 11 first-team All-Defense, 6th Man of the Year 2016, Most Improved Player 2017. The only reason he was 6th Man of the Year 2016 because he was a rookie coming off the bench. That's why they bumped me on the MVP that year, because he should have been an MVP even though he only started 35 games. But he was kicking ass from the time he got an opportunity to get on the court. I mean, I can almost cry telling the story of this guy. Passion. Determination. Like you never seen before, man. This guy was just a blessing, man, a jewel. Couldn't leave without telling you the story of this guy. Kawhi was giving guys the business, of course. That was somebody he had to contend with all the time. Kawhi and LeBron. Matter of fact, I would almost say on this particular game, this is before 2K started giving LeBron respect. In the later 2Ks, LeBron started getting respect. His teams was winning, and it seemed like he wasn't as easy to beat as in years past. Because I was always happy that 2K didn't make LeBron team hard. Because I used to fucking dread playing his team and on the Warriors. And so but they always would have LeBron with like 10 assists, 18 points, 7 rebounds. And I'm like, oh, that's great. I could defeat that rather than some real life 35 points, 18 rebounds, 14 assists type shit. So, you know, I was whooping on his teams at the time. Just had all the records pretty much you can have in a single game. MVPs, averaging 40-20. This man was averaging 40, 20, and 10. You know, just giving guys the business. Let me finish up with these years. I'm squeezing fucking years into just a 40-minute video, or at least a whole year of activity of that year into a 40-minute video. So just running through shit, just giving guys the business. He was with the Heat. Like I said, when he was with the Heat, he was close to home. He was in his later years. The Heat gave him the best contract because he killed them so much. They respected him. And so he was there just giving guys just everything they wanted and didn't want. Yeah, just giving guys the business, man. And whoever, you know, want to see the real detail of the detail, you can always pause this video to catch these highlights. Look at this. Some point in his career, 13-time All-Star, 12-time. Just, it goes up of all the accreditations I said, everything that plus one. Give guys alley, a center throwing alleys, a center blocking the ball. Like I said, the best thing for a center to do, hold that paint down, be a break starter. Once you secure the ball, whether it's through a block, a steal, or through rebounding, always take great anticipation. Just throwing the rock out there to the small guy, letting him go get his on the fast break before the defense can get set up. handle all the accolades that you can handle. All the things they request you to do, did it like 100 times more than what they would ask him to do. Things. He was eligible to be an MVP before the end of his second contract. So before 8 years of service to the NBA, he was gonna be able to be request trade. Look, whenever he wanted to request a trade, it was 100%. Everybody, for the most part, the lowest percent was 92%, which should have been 100. Just was a high sought after guy. Very well liked. Didn't particularly get along with the media, but it was like a love-hate relationship because they would mix his words up from time to time, and so that would cause friction between him and the media. But they loved him as well because he didn't hold nothing back. Like most guys hold things back, he didn't hold nothing back. Matter of fact, in 16, and this was the greatest 2K feature they allowed you to do, they allowed you to call out teammates who was underperforming. And now in the recent years in real life, I'm seeing that that's probably not the greatest way to go about things, calling out teammates, your peers. But playing sports, me coming up in real life, I'm gonna call you out, you suck. And I was very good at baseball. So when there was a person on my team that sucked, I would fucking tell a coach in front of their ass, please don't play them. I want to win. I wanted to win like a junkie wanted to get high. It was a high. I didn't want to lose. I liked my my one parent being there, supporting me. I liked the crowd cheering when I stole the base, or I never hit a home run. I ain't gonna even front and lie and say I did hit a home run. I got in the park home runs because I was fast as fuck. But I just like all of my achievements being acknowledged. It was that patting me on the back like I'm somebody. Look, Tyronn Lue was coach of the year from 2025 to 2029 with the Heat. And Randy Ayers was coach of the year with the, mind you, whoever was going to be coach of the year that Christopher Griffin, a.k.a. Nat Turner, went to as a player, because he just commanded that kind of respect. And mind you, I'm going in between two players' careers. I'm going between Freak, who was 7'3", 340. My bad. This was Freak career. It was going to be a MVP, a top head coach, no matter if Freak came over, because it was 7'3", 340. You can't do nothing with that. No, you can't. The only player I could think of, God bless the dead, Jalen Rose, his little brother Escalade or something, Cadillac, he was real big. Well, he could just like pretty much move whoever if he was to put like that effort into the I don't know, cardio, and was able to actually stay on the court. He would have just been shuffling guys out his way, because he was way bigger than Zion Williamson. Who else was really fucking like a monster? Robert Traylor, he was fucking moving guys around at will. A guy named Irvin used to play for the Bucks. That motherfucker was pretty strong. He was a power forward. I remember him moving guys around. I'm just thinking about the guys that I remember, like, obviously Shaq moved everybody around. Your boy Andrew Bynum moved everybody around. The story that could have been, I think if he would have just been a little faster, I imagine being that fucking big gotta be painful on the knees. God damn, look at this shit. Let me show you what this man was doing. Oh, that's just season awards. He won literally every season award that year. That's an Iron Man achievement. Didn't get hurt. Was up there, was chasing John Stockton's steals record. Matter of fact, passed it. Was at 3,443 steals in 21 years. And John Stockton in 20 years had 3,265. Listen, John Stockton was an amazing freaking player. a phenomenon. It's crazy because I watched him play like in real time, like when he was actually playing, and you don't appreciate it. That's how I know a lot of these new NBA guys, they're gonna be appreciated many years from now, because these guys is the truth. These guys get better and better and better and better and better and better. And how they, like this Anthony Simons, I know I'm talking about a real NBA versus this game right now, but Anthony Simons, mark my word, that kid is going to be brilliant. He's already brilliant, but he's going to be like brilliant. Like, these motherfuckers shoot with no conscience, and they make the shit. Like, they shoot like how we was doing on the video game where it say too early ass release, quickest releases you ever seen. Like, I would liken my release. Well, I don't have no release. In real life, I shoot like fucking awful as fuck. I can't even hit the rim. I be over the backboard. I always shot too fucking strong. One time in my life, me and we was going to LA Fitness. I had like a 3-day streak where I was shooting like I actually knew what the fuck I was doing. I'm talking about rainbow shots. I think that's probably how I should have been shooting my whole life, but just rainbow shots. And that shit was going in. Like, I'm talking about going in. Like when I was little, I used to shoot real good. And I don't know what the hell happened. Maybe too much work or not. But freaking, I had went through this 3-day streak. This is years ago. This is like 2007. So, I'm feeling myself and shit. Mind you, I still didn't have no dribble. So, that wasn't going to help too much because I ain't had no dribble and I'm short already. No dribble, no handle. Fucking, I just gotta be a shooter with limited dribble. And then when you get up on me and press me, I'm finna pass that shit. That's what I think I always had. I had vision. I could see the player coming. I could see who cutting. I know where to get it to. I know how to throw an alley hoop all day. I love throwing alley hoops. That made me feel like I actually shot this shit and made it. But other than that, no fucking skill set worth fucking noting. And another thing is, I hated getting rebounds because I had a bad shoulder. So as a point guard, even though I was short, bitch, I know I go up against them big niggas in the air with my arm extended that high. Matter of fact, let me tell you a story. One time, I dislocated my shoulder. The Heat was, I think this is LeBron's first year in Miami. Might have been his first year in Miami. And we out there playing basketball, and I'm about to tell them boys I'm about to go in the crib. But I'm like, before I go in the crib, might have even been before that. No, I think I was 15. No, so it wasn't the first year. I was 15. It's like 01, 02. Anyway, somebody fucking playing. I try to dunk on them boys, cause we playing on a street rim. So it wasn't like NBA high, but it was high enough to be competitive and fucking low enough for me, because I could touch a regular rim. I can't touch it no more. I'm old as fuck. But when I was 18, I could touch a rim, but I couldn't grip the bitch with my finger. But I can jump high as I can off 2 feet. Not one, but off of 2 feet and touch the rim. So fucking, point is though, so I was able to try to go for a dunk. This real life. I go for a dunk. A nigga fouled me, man. My shoulder came right the fuck out in the fucking air. Landed right on my shit. Talk about painful. That shit let me know right then and there, bitch, I'm never trying to go up for anything and take contact with my arms extended, bitch. Like, I used to go up, but I keep the ball close to my body. So it's like a tackle in the air, like, bitch, I'll meet you with my body. Once our body hit, then I'll try to throw that shit up last minute. But as far as extending, my heart go out. There ain't a nigga extending their arm trying to dunk, getting fouled. Bitch, my shoulder was gonna come out. And so that's one time it came out. The other time my shoulder came out was at LA Fitness. And my brother was going to college. And he was going to Glenville State. And the coach came down to see him do a workout or whatever. And my black ass, I don't know, some hoop dream. Everybody got a hoop dream. I don't care what nobody say. Even if you know you can't play basketball, you feel like I guess that's the one thing I love about basketball. You just feel like you can play it because you can learn it. One thing about it, I think I could coach the fuck out of something. I literally feel like I could be an NBA coach. Like, I just feel that way because I know so much about the game. But that don't mean I can play for shit. I can't play for a motherfucker. But it just makes you feel like you know you can play because you know what a person's supposed to be. You know where they're gonna be at. And you just know that you got like that. So anyway, I hype myself up in my head like I got a shot to fucking go to college on a scholarship. You know, bitch, he finna get my brother a scholarship, bitch. He finna get me one too. Bitch, I know my brother can make me look very good because he was a man. He was the man in that paint. So, and just like the play on the game, bitch, I'm trying to get to that paint. Once I get to that paint with this badass dribble, I'm going to post the nigga ass up if I got to get to the paint like that. And then I'm finna pass this bitch off to my brother. Or I'm finna run without the ball on an off-ball screen. I'm going to cut. Somebody going to get me the ball while I'm in motion. And then that's how I really kill and get it to my brother. So I'm like telling myself, like, you know, I'm going to do like that and try to look like I know how to pass this bitch. I wasn't going to shoot not one time, except for a free throw maybe. So fucking these boys got a 5-on-5, organized 5-on-5, like free throws and all. And so my brother picked me because I begged him. I'm trying to ball 2 minutes within the game. 2 minutes the game just fucking... I don't even know if nobody scored yet. A nigga, I'm on the wing. Nigga blow by somebody, maybe my brother, I don't know. But blew by him, mind you. My brother was playing, he was a undersized power forward. Cause he ain't had like quick feet. So he was an undersized power forward. Look at this game right here. 27 points, 20 assists, 20 rebounds, all 20s. I remember one time I heard your boy and what's his name? Play for the Blazers, used to play for the Heat, the center. I can't think of his name, but he was like, man, bitch, he's like, I'm like Barbara Walters, I get 20 games. Yeah, man. Let me see. But yeah, so 2 minutes with, look at Doris Burke. You gotta always give it up for Doris. Look at that body. She's Louise. Somebody on this game got a crush on her. Cause like this phone ain't gonna do it that justice anyway. Fucking look, walking with legends, man. This is usual. 40 points a game, 21 rebounds, 7 assists. Can't beat that, man. Let me wrap this up so it'll be within an hour. First, second team, third team, all NBA. So let me tell you that story. We just flicking through our freak career, man. This guy was the greatest fucking NBA 2K player probably ever. So, like I said, man, finished with, like, this guy, Nat Turner finished with 38,000 points. Nat Turner finished with 48,000 points. Freak, I don't think it ever showed the conclusion of his career because I never concluded it, or maybe the game just stopped working because he was balling so hard. The game was like, bitch, I can't keep up with all these numbers. So the game just stopped. But he was well on his way to like 80,000 points. 80,000 points. I'm talking about ridiculous shit, right? But back to my brother little shit. So, nigga blew by him and I tried to stop his man. I put my arm out and reached out for the ball. He tucked the ball like how LeBron do when he tucked that shit like a football player. And my arm just hit his shoulder. Man, that motherfucker sent my shoulder right out of place. Look, how many free throws attempted. Close to 6,000 free throws attempted. Just giving 5,264 boards grabbed. Come on, man, you gotta give it up, man. Fucking, what? 5,996 free throws attempted. 1,366 made from the field. 66,389 games. Gotta give it up. Just gotta give it up. Giving guys pressure, All-Star game, All-Star weekend, shutting this All-Star competition down. Like I said, man, this guy showed up to every practice and just did his thing. Played for the Nets. Not the Nets, but the Nuggets. Kevin Garnett Jr. was always a beast. 4 NBA championships. 7-time All-Star. 6. Just so much shit that went with it, man. Jahlil Okafor was always knee-high. Baruch was always the truth. Andrew Wiggins was a great player. Hell, your boy, what's his name? I always tried to get Jabari Parker. I always thought he was a great steal. Great value player. Players that I think NBA 2K, great value players that you can get on a cheap, but they're going to perform for you like a #1 option. Rudy Gay was always, his whole career, great value player. Who else a great value player? Like I said, your boy Jabari Parker is a great value player. During his time, O.J. Mayo, great value player. Had a lot of personal pride. Was going to give you his best. I don't really think he gave you his best. I think he thought so highly of himself that it worked in a good way. It rubbed people good. You know, some people could think highly of themselves and they rub you the wrong way. Some people could think highly of themselves and it inspire you. I think that was O.J. Mayo. Great value player. Right now, a great value player, I would say Jay Crowder is a great value player. Guy, you gonna get on your team. He gonna stand up for you, be ready to get in somebody's chest if they foul you hard. He gonna hit that tray from the outside. Not necessarily consistent as you want it, but pretty much better than most. That can offer what he can offer, which is defensive proud. Fast enough to hang with a 2 guard. I don't know about a 1 guard, but so he can guard the 2. I think he can guard the 2 through 4. I just think a lot of these guys in the NBA, even right now, don't have the right coaches. Like I said, like I was a sorry ass nigga, so I spent my time next to the coaches, just looking at the coaches, following my brother, being my brother cheerleader and shit. Oh yeah, to finish up that story, my arm comes out. Look, broke the record with the steals. My arm comes out, and I embarrassedly have to go to the hospital. My brother can't come with me because he still got his college workout. The good news is his college coach brought him up to the school, and he made the school team. And I think it was like 2nd on the team in scoring. So that worked out pretty well. Yeah, so it's about these players though. It's a lot of great value players, especially now in the NBA. Talent. Look at Doris. Just gotta give it up for Doris. Look at that. How is they supposed to concentrate? Like, why y'all got that lady out there like that? Like y'all getting her unwanted attention because y'all made a brother like me. Look at that. Look at that. Just look. Come on. Y'all made a brother like. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Redonkulous. So fucking. Anyway, shit had me looking at some Aki shit. Because y'all had on. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was actually just playing the game. Then I'm like, yo, what in the fuck is going on with all that ass? Like, yo. Anyway. Damn, this is freak career, man. Just balling on guys. Swatting people shit. Beating people shit. This is later on as he moved along in his career. Because he started out with the Spurs. And I played literally every fucking game. Damn, I'm going backwards, bro. Hold up. So let me do this real quick. Just to wind this down. And so, look at that throwback Nets. When I think about that, I'm in Nuggets jersey. When I think about that, the first thing that come up to mind is Muhammad. He had that what was his name? Muhammad. Tyree, I don't know, but y'all know the hell I'm trying to say. I think about him. That's the NBA Jam days right there. That's probably the rawest NBA jersey of all time. I'm trying to think of another raw ass NBA jersey for this video. And yeah, I'm gonna say that throwback Nuggets jersey is the rawest. That throwback Nuggets and that throwback Grizzlies is the rawest fucking. Cause that throwback Grizzlies was incredible. That Vancouver shit, yeah. That Vancouver shit was nasty. I used to have all the NBA markers. Hell, I had my first basketball cards was Mark Jackson. I had Mark Jackson card. That was his Knicks card. I had Sam Perkins card. I think I might have had Markeith Askew. I had, what was Sam Perkins' teammate name? Herschel Hawkins. That motherfucker could shoot. Herschel Hawkins was the truth. And then Nat Turner became like you see toward the end, he became just a MVP GM, man. It's a beautiful year in 2016. And the following years on the next episode is going to be even better, man. Like, trust me, the narration going to be better. The story's going to be better. Skill set going to be better. The record's going to be better. Look, this is what he made toward. Yeah, it's beautiful, man. I hope y'all enjoy it.